May Gavanan, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Taliseian. There you are, and here I am, and hello, Destiscardo. Good seeing you, my friend. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Yes, do not adjust your TV sets. This is a Tuesday, and yes, I am live. We've got a lot of things going on here at the old Farkle family estate. Tomorrow, Barclay von Beowulf is getting the big snip done. And for the next few weeks, my schedule may be impacted because I'll be needed to help out with Barclay. So I'm doing a little bonus stream today. Some other streams may get delayed. Some other streams may get added just for fun. We'll just have to see how it goes. Keep an eye out on my Discord server if you're interested as to when my streams happen, because there's always an announcement about 10 minutes or so before I start. I also update my stream notes there as well. Welcome. Let's get started. We are currently exploring Rohan. Things are starting to get interesting. We finished up, we're in Wildermore, I think. So you're going to have a party for Barclay's big day. I don't know if we're actually going to have a party or not. But it's probably going to be a little stressful for the next few days at least, and then things will start to settle down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream my normal Wednesday stream tomorrow, which is why I'm doing this stream today. So we will see where things go and how things go, and if I can stream, I will. If I can't stream, I apologize. I'll also, as a quick reminder to everybody, if there are any in-game events that you would like for me to promote on my stream, yes, exactly. Somebody else? Oh, somebody's got a nice bird there. The Parrot of Flight. Parrot of Light. Nice. If there's an event that you would like for me to promote on my stream, please send me an email or at Taliseian@gmail.com. In the subject line, please put LOTRO events, or go ahead and post it on my Discord server, or put a note down below on my YouTube stream for those of you who follow me on YouTube. I definitely want to promote in-game events. Live entertainment is important, and we want to go ahead and promote them on here if we can. So, we are currently back up in Wildermore, as you can see. The main quest is actually taking us up here now. So, we're following along. We're up to Book 10, Chapter 5, The Lord of Widows and Orphans. We just spoke to the Reeve of Winterhome, and we're going ahead and talking now back to Horn, one of our companions so far. We'll see what he has to say about things.
It is as they said in Shilfig. Reeve Garwig is giving up hope.
We will find no plan for facing Nurzum here. But first we must reassure the people of Forlaw. We must tell them that the Reeve is still trying to get them through this, that he loves them and that he believes they can still survive. Winter will pass, Nurzum will fall, and the people of Wildermore will plant new crops and reap a bountiful harvest in the days to come. I would not have believed Garwig to be such eloquence in him. Smile twitches in the corner of his mouth. You did not get that impression from our visit from the Reeve, huh? Curious. I'm sure he said something like that, but be sure to comfort any scared villagers you see. Seems to me that Garwig does not often leave his hall. This day, that helps us all. And honestly, that's not a bad idea, going ahead and reassuring the people that things will be taken care of. So we will go ahead and take Horn's wonderful idea, and we will assure scared villages that Reeve Garwig is still fighting for them. So we're just going through and letting them know, trying to reassure them, trying to give them a little bit of hope. And honestly, that's kind of the main story, if you think about it, behind Lord of the Rings. Is even in the face of ultimate evil, and especially in an ice-bound area, hope springs eternal. Don't ever forget that. So what I'm doing is, to the villagers in this ice-bound, frigid area, I am giving them hope. And I just need to reassure one more villager. There we go. There we go. I've reassured villagers that there is still hope and that the Reeve is still fighting for them. And just to help them out, we will have the loyal goose of Gondor start her honking all over the place. All of her honking will encourage these people that yes, there is still hope. And she will flap her wings and flap away the evil. See, there, see, the evil is disappearing. It is disappearing very rapidly.
How did you do? I trust you did not let the truth interfere with your errand.
Horn laughs, but it is a short and humorless laugh. We may have given the people false hope, but if we can do something about Nurzum, it will not be a lasting injustice. Things have gone poorly for the people of Forlaw already, but it does not take much thought to see that they could have gone even worse. I know. Yeah, I know. I've been through this part of the story once before, and it is kind of depressing. So keep your shirts on, folks. It's going to get fun from here on out.
Garwig has strength. It is buried deeply, but he does possess it.
Galwig may not seem a means defeating Nurzum, but we should not judge him too harshly. He buckles under the weight of his worry, but there is strength there. It is buried deeply, like the fields of Wildermore beneath this unnatural cold. Gleowine tells me that the Fallows were home to the most bountiful farms in Wildermore. If they survive at all, it's a testament to the strong will of their owners, but they are not warriors, and their strength of will not last long when faced with the Uruk-hai and Warg raiders. The road runs south through the Fallows and leaves Wildermore at its southernmost reaches, but no riders or information have gone that way for some weeks. Ride amongst the farms of the Fallows and defeat Warg riders on your way to that pass. I suspect some foe holds the road against us. Defeat whatever you find there, and meet me at Garfie's farm afterwards. We will do what good we can against the foes we can't manage. Nurzum must wait. Book 10, Chapter 6, Fallow Ground. Let's go ahead and mount up. Yeah, before we go on, let's go ahead and get our food and our drink and our buffs all in place, because you never know when a Nazgul is going to rear its ugly head. Alright, so we want to head south. And it looks like partially over here and stuff, we need to defeat 5 Warg riders and then just 5 foes at the southern exit of Wildermore. So we'll go ahead and hit the Warg riders first, and it looks like there's a main one that's literally right ahead of us here, so we'll start there. Not seeing anything. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and head over this way then, because this is the other, it's this way to the other red area that's marked on my map, so. Thrim's farm. There's an ornate cache. At least I can pick that up. And there's another one over there too. Always good to pick up extra crafting supplies. There's a third one, too. Boy, people just want to leave all of these caches around. I'll just go ahead and clean them up. I'm not going to argue with that. Let's see, we still... Yeah. Just got to wait for a few respawns. You all your swamp cabs yet? Not yet. I still have a few. I'm saving some of it for like a big occasion and stuff, and then I'll go ahead and pass out in front of people, swoon. There's one right over this way. Yeah, there's a ward rider. There's 3. Let's go ahead and do a quick tracking search for orc riders and see what we can find out. Oh, there we go. 2 of them. This way. There it is. And we need just one more. And there it is right there. There we go. There's the 5 Wark Riders in the fallows. So now we'll head south down that southern path. If you remember, that was the path that we actually took on our way up here when we were with Bingo Boffin. And that path was just full of Uruk-hai. So I guess it's appropriate that we go ahead and clear the path away. There is a warband, and it's the warband of Aletius. Let's go see if I can take him out. I have no idea if I can. Let's go see if I can do it, if it's a possible one. Now, you can tell by looking at a quest or an encounter if it shows up in your tracker, if it's for a solo player, or if it's for small fellowship, if it's full fellowship, or if it's, you know, like for a raid. And we'll see if I can. This is right here. Yeah, we'll see. I'll show you really quick here as soon as this one pops up. Thanks, I'll let you know. We'll see what we got. This Aratus is he's a small fellowship. I should be able to do him. Bingo! There we go. Defeat 80 mounted foes in Wildermore. Riders of the White Hand run rampant through Wildermore, their foul beasts culling any their vile arms fail to slay. And I went ahead and took out the warband. The Fallow's farmland is safer now that Oretus has been taken care of, thanks to you. The people of Forlaw appreciate your efforts, and I picked up a red box of Wildermore spoils. And there is a new deed, which is 160, which gets you a rune, some LOTRO points, and other goodies. But this time, I picked up 5 LOTRO points for this. That's a good start. There you go. Good way to start the day. Now let's go ahead and see what's in my red box of Wildermore spoils. 3 Wildermore coins and 56 marks. There's 2 weaponsmith. That is a level 86 rune. We'll go ahead and throw that into shared storage for now. We're getting to the closest point where we're going to start to use those. So, and then there's a tailor, which I might be able to use. Yes, I don't have the skirmish boots of determination yet, so we'll go and use those. And we'll go ahead and sell off this stuff here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and mount up on my warhorse for a little bit, and let's start making our way toward the quest. Ah, there's a new warband, Shroom. Can I take him out? Yes, I can. He is a soloable. So let's go ahead and take out the warband. Let's go ahead and take out that warband. All right, where is he? Where's he down there? Yeah, he's down that way. Okay. There he is. Come on, come on. Hey, he's running away from me. All right, well then we'll leave him alone. Let's go ahead and head out on our way. We'll just cancel the quest. He didn't want to play. So we'll go ahead and defeat foes at the southern exit from the Wildermores and work on Volume 3, Book 10, Chapter 6. No, I don't think we'll go that way. Okay, I think we're getting close to the path now. Yep. Could be a down slope. Right there it is. Oh, picked up some company. Shadowy. Bingo. 2 more tattered shadows. There we go. So now we want to head back to the farm, which is back up in Wildermore. And that's where we'll meet up with Horn and Galeowine. And we're almost there. I should actually check the farms of Wildermore and see how many more that I need for that farms deed. Farms of I still need 3 more farms. Yeah, I still need a whole bunch of stuff. Looks like it'll be probably a little off-camera deeding time to finish everything up here. All right, so let's talk to Horn.
What did you find? The southern road into the Norcrofts?
Horn listens to your account of the Urukai at Kuthras. That is, I suspected. If there had been no danger, we would have left Wildermore of its troubles well before now. Speaking with what few folk I have found, I learned from where the wargs come. A farm to the southwest, once owned by Edsig, but now overrun by the minions of Saruman and the creatures they ride. Defeat wargs and warg riders in the fallows as you have done, but do so now in and around Edsig's farm. You may slow their assault onto the other farms, and if you find any salvageable crops at Essex Farm, bring them to the provisioner at Forlaw. If it comes to a siege, Reeve Galwig will be glad for the additional supplies. Okay. Sounds good. And it looks like there's a warband this way. Shum, there's Shum. Let's see if I can catch up to him real quick here. Maybe I can take him out finally. Because they also count toward wargs in the fallows, so. And is that Shaguk? There's another one up that way. Let's go ahead and let's see if I can take out that warband real quick. And Shaguk is... Oh, this is one of the... That's... There we go. Now, if you look at the quest line real quick, you see this symbol right there? That shows that he is for a raid level quest. That is more than one fellowship. I think he's like at 80,000 hit points. Is that it? Yeah, his followers have 40,000 hit points each. We will leave him alone. That's not fun. All right, so let's go ahead and start making our way over this way here. Let's go ahead and get rid of Shum from my quest log when I get a chance to... Let me get off this horse. There we go. So I need to defeat some riders in the fallows and then collect some salvageable crops from Edsig's farm. Let's see what's on the track here. Nothing. Well, that's a fine how do you do. There we go. Oh, looks like somebody else got him. I think I made it to Ed6 Farm. Yeah, there's Ed6 Farm, so that's good. Pick up the salvage crops at least. They're the warg pups. Oh, there's a heavy ornate cache. I like that. Well, that one had 5 scraps of Rohan text. That's good. And that one was hiding a shadowy. And I will take those 2 tattered shadows. Thank you very much. I still need 2 more wargs and 1 more salvageable crop. Well, there's another heavy ornate cache. I'll grab that. Yeah, I just need 2 more warg riders, and then I'll have that quest finished. Here we go. Where are you? Here, wargy, 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 wargy. Ah. You're not a warg, you're just a bull. Nothing? Zovar and Shum I can't do, and Shaguk. Let's head that way. We'll see if I can take that one out. All right, Zovar he's the small fellowship one. So, fellowship level quest. Did you want to hop in here, Destiscardo? Send me a tell with your name real quick. I'll try to keep him busy. I think I'm gonna die. Yep. I just died. We'll do the revive for free, though, real quick here, as soon as they move off a little bit. There we go. I'll get buffed up again real quick. We'll try it again. Okay, I'm following the warband now. Now I'm not going to try to engage him now that I know you're on the way. I'll just follow from a distance here. Don't want to alert him too much yet. We should be able to take it out. I could probably solo it myself, but I can always use the help, so we should be able to do it. Oh, and you're 95. Yeah, we should have no problem at all. These mobs are 85 to 88, so. Yeah, they should be fine. All right, I'm going to engage. Oh, I should be an arrow, a green arrow on your map, on your lower map. That's where I should be. If you look on your mini map, you see a green arrow. That's probably me, or a different colored arrow. Reds are usually warbands. I see you. You're close. All right, I'm going to go ahead, dismount, and engage. Come on, give him the range. There we go. Pick you off. All right, I've got the main guy's attention. If I can hit him, there we go. There we go. I think we got him. The Fallows farmland is safer now that Zovar has been taken care of, thanks to you. The people of Forlaw appreciate your efforts. And there should be a green box of Wildermore spoils. Let's see what I got in mind. 69 marks. Dude. Dude, and you got 69 marks also. There you go. Always good thing to use the marks on is crafting expertise training, I found, or to pick up missing scrolls. The gear, you'll outpace the gear, so I wouldn't spend too much on gear. So, oh, you picked up an enhancement rune level 2 and a focus builder damage. That's a good one too. Word Mastery Hunter, and that's... Let me check something really quick here. I think that's an incomparable one. Yeah, that's teal. That's an incomparable level 1. That's good. That's... A, that'll be worth that'll be worth a bunch of script if you munch it, and B, if you do need it, that's one of the higher level traceries. So that's a good find. Do you are you a scholar? Do you need did you need any of those ones that I just got, the Book of Whisper Draw or the Battle Armor or Battle Gauntlets if you're a metalsmith? Or holy crap. I have higher level already. Okay, cool. And then I also picked up a, let me see if I can, I don't know how to link it, but I don't know if you can see in your screen, but I also picked up this lesser necklace pairing. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if you need this either. 90 vitality, 76 agility, and 526 parry. But if you're a hunter like I am, which it looks like you are, you don't need parry. Parry's not an important stat for a hunter. So. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and continue on my quest. I need to defeat one more warg and their rider here in the Fallows in order to complete Book 10, Chapter 6. Anywhere around, as soon as I can find a warg, we'll be in good shape. Let's see here. Let's look at nearby beasts and see if there's any wargs on my track. There's the Fallows warg right there. We'll go ahead and track him, and he's down this way. Right there. And there we go. So now we'll go ahead and warp back to Forlaw, and I'll turn in this quest. And thank you very much for your help, by the way, Destiscardo. I do appreciate it. And bring the salvaged crops to the provisioner. And the provisioner's right here.
Thank you for these.
I'm glad the orcs did not despoil these crops. We will surely have need of them unless the terrible winter lifts tomorrow. It came on so suddenly. Perhaps it will leave equally so. But if it does not, these crops will buy us a few days more. I suppose that is the best for which we can hope. Alright, now we'll go ahead and talk to Gleowine. I guess Horn hasn't made it back yet. I may have to go find him. Oh no, there's Horn right there. Okay, so there's Gleowine.
Oh, this cold. This feels nothing like the Wildermore of my youth.
I left as a young man and returned an old one. The land greets me as more different than I myself have become. Deserted farms, frozen rivers, enemies lurking behind every tree and over every stone. What will we find when we come to my home of Dunfast? Completing this quest will unlock an optional interlude from Gleowine's map.
I am done with worrying. I want to see what has become of my home.
I've not been there for many years, but when I last walked in Wildermore, the land itself was very different. What could have become of the small village of which I was born? We're not presumed to divert our course without everyone's agreement, of course. If you consent to this journey, as so do Tuhorn and Gorodan, I would be grateful for a visit to Dunfast. If not, I fully understand and ask only to forgive me and request in the first place. But I have no problem going. Let's go ahead and check this interlude out that's on Gleowine's map, though, before we continue on. Interlude number 2. One more journey. Your eye is drawn west across the map beyond the borders of Rohan. It comes to rest upon the rocky hills of Dunland. You wonder what has become of Saerdon and the Grey Company since you left them. So let's go check up on the rest of the Grey Company. Meanwhile, in Enedwaith, Saerdon brings a wagon of his fallen brothers north for one last journey. The first interlude took place at Talmathadras, where we were captured by Lew Brennan, and we lost a lot of Grey Company men then. The second interlude follows them as they left Talmathadras, where they're bringing the fallen Grey Company soldiers to.
Meanwhile, Cyrodion of the Dunedain travels north with the bodies of his fallen brethren, determined to lay them to rest.
Yep. And let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Move it over here for now. See, I have a quick stab, a wide sweep, a special strike, and a make your own luck. Okay. The surprising good fortune reveals itself as a decline in melee effectiveness of his foe. Oh, it's a melee skill with max 6 targets, so that's nice to know. Okay. I am sorry I've made a stop, Theoden, but something is not right. Do you feel it? I feel a chill in my ready bones. I've not felt such a dread since... I do not wish to say. Radinir shudders. We have driven this wagon with our fallen brothers this far already, and we have much farther to go yet. But I want to set my mind at ease before we proceed. Do you agree? Then walk with me for a short ways. We will not go far. Saradin, walk the way with me if you will. The chill intensifies. Do you feel that? Stay alert. Well, I know the area where we're at. We're in kind of the barrows of the Enedwaith. There they are. Oathbreakers! Oathbreakers of the Forsaken Road! Holy crap, there's a ton of them. Stay back, faithless ones. I will not tell you again. Saradin, ready yourself. We have seen how little honor these shades possess. If the pup reaches into the fire and is burned, who's to blame? The pup or the flame? I offer you no words of contrition, Dunedain. If you seek out men such as we are, you deserve any ill that befalls you. Learn from the lesson and put your trust in those who deserve it. We abandoned the mountain, thinking to escape the chain of our suffering, but there was no escape from it. There was no end to our days, no relief from the night. Only fools stumbled upon us, and paid with their lives. If you seek the dead, only death awaits you. But my people have learned from yours that our curse may yet be lifted. If an heir to Isildur lives still, as your kin pretended, the glimmer of that hope may be rekindled. We love you not, but we will not slay you this night. We return to the mountain, and not come this way again. To the mountain we return to await the ending of our curse, if such a thing may be. I did not think to encounter those dead men again. Many of our friends and brothers were slain at their hands. How many went beneath the earth along the forsaken road and did not return into the daylight? Good men, all. Radonir pauses, and you can read his thoughts on his face, as plain as day, even in the gloom of night. The Oathbreakers have abandoned the forsaken road. Now it is time for us to return there and rescue the bodies we were forced to leave behind. We must bring them back above ground into the wagon of our fallen, and we must do this at once. Let us go, and quickly. Now this was the dungeon that we encountered them in. This place holds many painful memories. Let us find the bodies of our fallen kinsmen and leave as quickly as we are able. The Oathbreakers may be gone, but there could be other dangers along the Forsaken Road. Rats. No, Saren, I mean it. Rats. We must save our fallen kin from the rats, Erdan. They deserve better. Five things. Five of our kingsmen did not emerge from this place. Find where each of them fell, and we will begin carrying them to the wagon. Watch out for the rats. Now, there's the first one right there. You gaze upon the column of Hodhan, and think of the delight upon his face each time he recovered a curious artifact from the ruins of Anabininius. Many were the nights you spent warming yourself by the fire while Kalingrad explained to Hodhan the historical significance of the artifact he had found, and the memory brings a smile to your face even now. This grim road should not be his tomb. You and Radonir will see to it that he rests at last along the shores of Nuniel that he so loved. Kelithil kept to himself, and in that way was much like Aragorn, your chieftain. He strode often into Trollsfrost beneath the moon, and it was he who introduced Radonir to Elueth at Thornhad. He suggested he did it only to make things difficult for Radonir. He would rest more easily beneath the trees, perhaps a stone's throw from the sound of loud water. Linor was well known to you, for he lived in the Bree Fields and often visited your cabin to share a meal in the news. He was generally well regarded by Man and Bree Hoppet alike, and it was Linor who helped Brutal Pearson construct a frame for his farmhouse south of Breetown. Linor did not range as far afield as many of your kin, and his decision to join the Grey Company was not an easy one. You hope he knows somehow that his service was not for nothing. You and Radonir will make sure he is laid to rest among the comfortable hills of his home. You gaze upon Himildir's face with deep sorrow, for you remember how much he argued against the coming to the Forsaken Road. He believed the words of Irgathorn that he should not be trusted, and thought seeking beneath the earth for the honorless ones to be a foolish journey. He spoke of it to you in private, and shared his concerns with Canadaith. But in the end, he agreed to walk the Forsaken Road. From that port onward, you heard no complaint from him, and he descended bravely. "I am sorry, Himildir," you whispered to his fallen form. "Be at peace, my kinsman. We will not leave you here." And we've got an ad break coming up, so I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of time, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and continue picking up the last kinsman who fell along the Forsaken Road. If it were me, Canadaith might not have died, might have tried telling falsehoods to the Undying Shades of traitors. I am sorry, my friend. Canadaith was dear to you, and you still keenly feel the pain of his loss. He often came to visit your cabin on the Bree Fields, and many were the nights the two of you spent in quiet conversation about the events of the day. The conversations became more serious and more grim as the shadows deepened in Middle-earth, but your favorites will always be those that were full of smiles and laughter. We came back for you, my brother. We should not have left you here for even one day. Forgive me, Canadaith. Your words hang into still men. I am ready for us to carry our fallen brothers outside, Saradin. Let us not delay. They have remained in this terrible place for too long already. That they have. That they have. Okay, so let's get back to what's going on in Wildermore, and we'll see what we can do here. As soon as the game loads, of course. There we go. So now we'll talk to Horn and Cordodon here in Forlaw about following Gleowine to his village.
Will Gleowine's reception at Dunfast be warmer than my own at Eoworth?
Will he regret the journey as I did? Horn frowns. Ah, it was a poor jest. I have much for which to be grateful, and only a lesser man takes assured the health and safety of his family. Gleowine's family has long since left the village of Dunfast, but I can understand his desire to see what has become of the place. I agreed to the journey. Did you think I would not? And how about you, Cordodon?
I understand Gleowine's desire completely. I would feel the same.
If I had heard such troubling news about LOTRO, we would be poor companions indeed if we were to refuse this request. We should travel to Dunfast, though the situation there promises to be no different than elsewhere in Wildermore. Let us hope for Gleowine's sake that I am wrong. All right. Let us head. It looks like we want to head that way, so we want to head south and east out of the village. Actually, there is something I do want to do real quick. Let me go to my cosmetic outfits. And let me open up my wardrobe real quick. Boots, garb. Okay, yeah, I don't have... That's what I thought. Okay. So... we can do that. That looks better. And we'll do that. There we go. Yeah, I had the pauldrons of the flagon dragon. It didn't look very good, so I wanted to change them. I will get the... once next time the... next time he's offering the Cairn Doom stuff, I'll make sure to make a note to get the shoulders and gloves. Hopefully everyone's okay here. This doesn't look good. The air is very still, and Dunfast seems unnaturally quiet.
What happened here? I see no signs of battle.
Where are the people? We should search the village, and let me know when you are ready, and the four of us will explore Dunfast together.
We will go together to investigate Dunfast.
What has happened here?
I was born in Dunfast many years ago. What has happened to the village I remember?
From here, Dunfast looks as much as I remember it, but where are all the people? Let us walk into the village and see if anyone remains who can tell us what has happened. When I left Dunfast, I was a young man. So much of my life was ahead of me. Look over here. Someone's disturbed these sacks. Do you see anyone? Ah, Corridon thinks we are being watched. I feel eyes on us, but I cannot tell if they be hostile or friendly. Stay on your guard. This is the house of my childhood. Ah, what have we here? What have you found, Horn? Think we have found the location of a mysterious watcher. There's someone hiding in this bush. But be ready for anything, and I will seize this person before he can pose a threat. Be ready. We're going to threaten our watcher out of hiding. Yeah, it could be an orc. A small orc indeed to fit inside that bush. But I am ready for anything. A shrew. Could you give me a hand? Thank you. It is better to be safe and to bruise one's dignity a small amount than be surprised by some dangerous foe, is it not? This time it was a shrew. Next time it might be a hidden enemy. Perhaps Corridon can flush the next watcher out of hiding, and I will be the one laughing. You sense someone is staring at the four of you. There he is. Nona. Nona stares at you with the haunted eyes and a look of surprise on her face. You must... Oh. Nona, you came back. You must have tracked us for many days. I did not. I did not look for you. I did not know why you would come to this village. I came here for surprise. We were not surprised. I cannot travel with you again, Horn? Why do you say that? There is a city to the north. I found people there, dying in the snow. I brought them safely to a cave in the mountains. They are still too weak to survive on their own. I came to this village to steal food and supplies for them. I cannot adventure with you any longer. When they are stronger, I will promise nothing. I am sorry. Nona, it is good to see you again. How can we help the people in your care? I have been looking for root vegetables like the ones of Dunland. I know of. Sintrantra knows of them. They have curative properties. I need to get back. Nona, you left your brother's sword with me. Let me return it. It desires to be with you. I know it. Horn? Please keep it. I am Wadu's ghost. No longer. And there she goes. I don't understand. It has been days since I last beheld Nona, and my affection for her has only grown during that time. The fondness she felt for me before we came to Earworth, is it gone? Did I imagine it? It cannot have. Horn is greatly distressed, but you have no easy words for comfort. The outfit that I'm wearing is the garb of the Cairn Doom alchemist. I got that, I think, through the curator for Embers and Motes of Figment. I'm missing a couple pieces that ran out, so I've got to make sure to pick those up. Oh, Nona. I'm not sure. I'll have to, next time I see it, I'll have to see if I can find it. I have no idea where her outfit came from. One look at Nona's face told me she had not been prepared to see Horn and Dunfast. She had not yet resolved her feelings for him. Caring for the injured folks she mentioned may have caused her to delay in resolving her thoughts, or perhaps it is so difficult a riddle she needs more time to untangle a solution, even without the distraction of responsibility. Horn may appear inconsolable, but he need not despair. I have not given up on our Dunlending firebrand, and neither should he. That's good. And what say you, Gleowine? That is the woman who has taken Horn's heart from him. He has spoken of her a great deal to me since we have been journeying together, but not once did she mention she was a Dunlending tribeswoman. And she came to this town, the town of my childhood, seeking to steal its goods and provisions? Gleowine shakes his head. I remember what it is like to be young, when blood and passions flared in springtime. I'm not fit to judge them. If Horn misses her so, I hope she will reconsider her dismissal of him. I hope so too. I do not know what to think. That reunion did not proceed as I might have wished. Yeah, it didn't.
You must think me a fool. You are kind not to say so.
This is not how I imagined this day. I thought Nona would come back into my life and all would be as I wished it to be, but this is not what I had wanted. I am more confused now than ever. This is not how love works in the songs. It feels as if the unnatural winter that grips this land has cooled Nona's heart as well.
Nona said she shelters in a cave, but we must not go there immediately.
I do not need to ask Cordodon to know such a reunion so soon after this first meeting would spell disaster. Horn puts his hand to his temple, but he cannot mask the weariness on his face. All that has happened to us in Wildermore is a muddle. Only this encounter with Nona has any clarity in my memory. How can such a pain of the heart fill me with both delight and sadness?
We must do what we can in the witch shaws. That will help everyone.
Horn may be at a loss, but I know what must be done. We must do what we can about the White Hand presence in the witch shaws. This will aid Nona, it will aid us, and it will aid any of the people of Dunfast that may still live. It will even aid Horn. He needs to keep himself busy or he will dwell upon losing Nona for a second time. We may dwell upon it anyway, but if we can channel that energy to a good purpose, there may have been some benefit to seeing her again this early. Gordon idly toys with the string of his bow for a moment and then speaks up again. Those root vegetables Nona mentioned, the ones that grow at the bases of trees, I think you should collect some of them if you see any. It is just a thought, but it may save us some time tomorrow if we collect them today. So I need to defeat orcs and find root vegetables. Now, those are good to kill, but they're not who I'm looking for. I'm looking for orcs. And there's some of the root vegetables, at least. I have a feeling the orcs are going to be like that spy. They're going to sneak up on me. Yep, there we go. There it is, Dunfast Spy right there. But that didn't count either. Alright, where are the orcs? Well, at least I find the root vegetables. We'll pick those up. Let's see if they're on track. Any nearby orcs? Just a whole bunch of Dunfast spies, and that doesn't help me any. Yeah, well, there's 6 of those. And that one was hiding a shadowy. I'll take those tattered shadows, thank you very much. And I still need 2 more root vegetables. Probably once I get all the root vegetables, then I'll see where the orcs are. There we go. There are the last 2 root vegetables. And then I can use the map and I can see where the orcs are hiding. Due north. Okay. So I should start to see... Ah. New deed. The Wilds of Wildermore. The Elderwood. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some roaming around here in a bit and just do some deeding off camera. There we go. There's one of the orcs. There we go. Alright, so there, I've taken care of the orcs, and I'll bring the root vegetables back to Quarterdon as soon as I pick up this ornate cache and this backpack. Take care of this orc. And grab this. Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff around here. Looks like I'm feeling some intense cold. Just frosting up my screen. Alright, let's head back to Horn and Cordodon and Gleowine. And then see where we go next.
I think Horn is feeling better. Nothing cures an aching heart like hard work.
I am glad we were able to do some good while we were here. Why don't you speak to him and see if I am right?
I know what we need to do.
We need to go to the cave of which Nona spoke and help provide for her the refugees that she mentioned. First, we should get her the root vegetables she needs. Do you remember? She said that. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Horn trails off, following your gaze to the pile of root vegetables at Cordodon's feet. Then he bursts out laughing. Wonderful. You remain 2 or 3 steps ahead of this humble minstrel, and I have no excuse but the foggy shroud of love to explain my predictability. You have my thanks, my thoughtful hunter, as you've always done.
Nona told us the survivors in her care came from the city of Bir Tor.
According to Gleowine's map, that's north of here along the road, amid the high knolls of Wildermore. My master has also expressed a desire to see the city. I believe he has a kernel of a song in his heart and desires to see what has befallen by her Tor, in order to make that kernel set forth its shoots. If we find orcs there, as we certainly must, we will slay them. Yet Nona's heart beats for the people under her care. So too does mine. But there's another interlude. Let's go ahead and see what this interlude is. Interlude number 3. The Ox and the Dragon. Your eye is drawn west across the map, beyond the borders of Rohan, and comes to rest upon the rocky hills of Dunland. You wonder what has become of Radanir and the Grey Company since you left them. Meanwhile, in Enerdwaith, Radanir speaks with the people of Launch about the deteriorating situation to the south.
Meanwhile, Radanir of the Dunedain brings tidings of Lou Brennin's betrayal to the Ukluth in Enedwaith.
Here we go. Another day of our journey nears its end, Radanir. Let us see the Ukluth, the Ox clan, will consent to stabling us for the night. We have tidings from the south to give to Glyn Brennan as well. Do you remember how highly he spoke of Leo Brennan and the Falcon clan? The news that his southern neighbors have thrown in with Saruman will not please him. I will see to the horses while you meet with the Brennan, and Radanir, try not to jest. You return after mere days, Ranger. Where's the rest of your company? Something tells me this is not going to be a welcome. Radenir, wanderer from afar, you return to launch, but without the rest of your company. Gleam Brennan's open face grows cloudy and troubled as you speak of the Grey Company's betrayal by Lew Brennan and the Falcon Clan. Alas for your fallen, and for the hopes of my people, Radenir. If Lew Brennan has succumbed to the whispered promises of Saruman, how could we hope to persevere against him? Then Brennan snorts. Lew was not as strong as I had believed, Radenir. That must now be the truth. His weakness, buried deeply, has emerged, and betrays us all. Do you remember Anin, the Falcon Clan messenger, your brave friend rescued from Led Ogul? His leg has nearly healed, and he was soon to return to Turmova. Find him down the hill a ways, and tell him of his people's treachery. Watch him closely. If he knew the heart of his Brennan was rotted, he must be made to pay for his deceit. That is definitely true. Looks like I have a new ability here. Righteous. Oh, I've got an arrow shot. That's good. Arrow shot, and then melee, and melee. Okay. There he is. The Rangers have returned. What can you tell me of my home? Did you not travel to Turmova and Talmatadras? Anir's face falls as you describe the Falcon Clan's betrayal of the Grey Company. And despite your natural skepticism, Anirin's reaction seems genuine. What of my family? Do you have any news of them? My beloved is named Wenda, and she is no warrior. Is she in danger? And my mother said in his age she would not know to still her tongue if she were put in a precarious position. Can you tell me of my family, Ranger? Speak. Well, what is that noise? Something is happening by the gate. Follow me. And Richtofen 544, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Suvolch, who is Wadu and Nona's father. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. How's that for a posture check? There we go. Crack the neck a little bit. Twist. Stretch. There we go. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Let's talk to Suvolch. And again, Suvolch is Nona and Wadu's father when we were passing through La Hanche. Not now, Ranger. There are rude ones outside this gate that need a lesson in manners. You are not welcome here, worm spawn. What brings you crawling to launch on your bellies? I speak for the Dragon Clan. Any of the Ukluth who lay down their weapons will be spared. All others will be slain. Dunlending cannot fight Dunlending. This evil cannot be allowed to be stand. You have the look of a falcon about you, but you sound like a weeping woman. The dragon and the falcon are allies today. Help us slay these oxen, and you will have a share of the treasure. Huh. This man says the Falcon Clan and the Dragon Clan are now allies. If this is true, then my decision is made easy. In truth, it is no decision at all. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see if I even survive this. I might not survive it. There we go. A man must follow the voice of his heart to know true goodness, as I have done so. Ranger, go and protect the Brennan. Oh, shit. Holy crap. There was a corpse of the worm of the Dragluth? What the hell happened here? The Dragon Clan is not alone, Raradir. They brought the worms they worship down from the mountains with them, and they are loose in the village. Help my people drive them away. Looks like there's 3 of them loose in the village. This worm hisses at its trapped victims and lumbers in for its meal. You have to get its attention. Over here, worm, over here. Let me get a look at that ugly visage of yours and see if I can work out any improvements. As the worm closes for battle, you wonder if you could have fashioned a better battle cry. There's the first worm. This worm has not noticed your approach, although it pains you to attack unaccompanied by a shout, born of your sharp wit. You do so anyway. Probably tiny enough and worms enough in the haunch for you to think of something clever in the meantime. The worm snaps its fangs together as it menaces its prey. Oh, what is that horrible stench? Is that you, worm? It is. It's wonder you creatures are even able to breed. I think that is all of them, Radonir. And I hear you shouting something about the worm smelling foul. It sounded like you, friend. He grimaces. When the fighting started, the horses bolted and the wagon rolled down the hill. You should help me find the horses and tether one of them to the wagon, and then I think you should take the other horse and return to Halbarad. He raises a hand to still your protest. I can drive the wagon north by myself. You're more useful in a fight than I am, and if the Falcon Clan and the Dragon Clan had joined together, as it seems they have, Halbarad will have need of strong fighters. You may continue north with me if you desire, but I think you should return to Halbarad and tell him what had happened here. It should be goodbye, my friend. For now. Boy, the Grey Company just can't catch a break, can they? As for actually getting them, I don't think I get any items, but I do get experience, and I further the story along. So just for that point alone, they're still, to me, worth doing. Yeah, I enjoy them. There are some of them that you will find like a book or a scroll or some sort of item nearby that glows, that if you wish, if you really don't want to do the interlude or do the monster play or do the instance like I completed here, you can get a quick text as to what happened. But I prefer to do them. Deed completed. What deed did I complete? Volume 3, Interludes Part 1, and I've acquired Dunedain's a workman's outfit gift box. I picked up some, let's see what I got here. I picked up, let's take a look at it real quick. There we go. That's the garb that I just picked up. Minus the cape. It's not too bad. A little plain. And yes, there is a deed. But the only reward for that deed for doing those 3 interludes is just this garb. Workman's shirt, workman's trousers, workman's cuffs, and workman's sandals. We'll go ahead and throw them in my personal storage for now. And we'll go to the shared storage. Because there's a level 80... Well, that's a rare tracery, so I can go ahead and just burn that one for the... We'll just burn that one for the points. And there's 2 metal scrolls. A woodworker's scroll. Another woodworker's scroll. 5 trail food, which we'll go ahead and keep. Level 86 runes. And Gleowine's harp requires harp use. We'll throw that in the main storage. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, 4, 6, 8. All right, so I completed the interlude. And we can now go ahead and continue on our quest, which is travel to the city of Bir Tor in the high knolls of Wildermore. Looks like it's to the north. There are times I can be a completionist where I really... Oh. New quest, a daily hunt. Warg riders can be found roaming the plains with the Witchshaws. You should defeat them. And I need to defeat 10 of them. Alright, we'll see if we can do that. I don't think the moose counts. I'd like it to, but I don't think the moose counts. Any ward riders down there? No. New deed, Peaks of the High Knolls, Bir Tor. Find these 5 different peaks for LOTRO points, marks, a title, virtue experience, and people with more faction. Gleowine looks at the city and sighs. Bir Tor has indeed fallen as we had feared. A city on the hill, she was strong. Bir Tor, fair Bir Tor, from afar across the plain, her banners we steered. And she was a comfort in time of pain, time of want. The winter came with an iron tide, and it was our day to comfort, our time to protect. For each corner of the land all would ride. To that city on the hill, strong Birtor, there Birtor. Find the entrance to Nona's cave in the high knolls. Oh, at least there's a stable master here.
Do you bring provisions? We are a strong lot. We will survive.
You'd almost be to the cave. Lots of snowy grims up here. This may be the entrance to Nona's cave, but there is only one way to know for certain. Well, let's find out. Well, it looks like I found it. Need to find Nona, though. There's Horn. There we go. Maybe she's over here. There she is. Yeah, I wish I knew where that outfit was available at, by the way, Destiscardo. I do like it. It is nice. But I don't know where to get it, unfortunately. Book 10, Chapter 9, A Song for Birtor.
I am glad to see you. Really, I am. But I cannot leave these people.
My friends, I am glad to see you. Really, I am, but I just cannot. I cannot leave these people. I found them dying in the snow, and I brought them here. They have not yet recovered. I will not abandon them now. Nona lowers her voice and speaks privately to you and to Horn. I rescued 4 folk from that city, and while 3 of them are now doing much better, I fear for the 4th may succumb. Speak to them, but they will speak to you, and there may be something you can do to ease their recoveries. I am glad to see you, said Chandra, and Horn, I just... Nona trails off, and will speak no more for now.
You're a friend of Nona? She is a remarkable girl.
I did not know the Dunlendings had the capacity for kindness. He coughs weakly. My name is Elda, and when the orcs came to my city, I picked up a sword and shield and thought to fight. But a great piece of masonry crumbled 2 yards from where I stood, and... Elda shudders from the memory. I awoke in this cave. I think the orcs thought I was dead. I am fortunate. Nona found me, or I would be dead. Let's go talk to the other people.
I never thought I would owe such a debt to a Dunlending.
I am Iglif, friend of Nona. I saw to the horses of Bir Thor and was in the panic that saved me. I was given warning enough of the orc attack that I was partly down the hill when the giant... Iglifu trails off, visibly upset by the memory. All of us owe our lives to Nona. I never thought I would owe such a debt to a Dunlending. But there it is. Elder, Yima, and I would be dead were it not for her ministrations. I do not know the name of the other man she saved. I do not recognize him. He may not be from Bir Thor. This may be heartless, but I fear he will die before I learn his name. That is the sad truth indeed. I'll talk to the dying man. I was hoping to talk to Yima first, but I'll go and talk to the dying man now. This man is close to death, and his sightless eyes cannot focus on you. You wonder what it is he is seeing, and hopes he will soon find peace from it. So now I need to find the last person. Probably there, right there.
Any friend of Nona's is a friend of mine.
My name is Yima. Any friend of Nona's is a friend of mine, and a friend of my family's, though most of them be dead. The city had no chance. The orcs climbed the stony cliffs around Bir Thor under the cover of night, and by morning the unnatural snows had come. We could fight against the orcs, even such orcs as these, but there was more. A great shadow in the darkness. Yima shivers at the memory. I will know forever the names of the orcs that slaughtered my friends and my family as they ran. One day, when I am recovered, I will hunt them down and show them what their attack on Bir Thor has cost them. Their future days.
Do you see now why I cannot abandon these people?
I have to know they are safe. I've been speaking with Horn, and he understands. Nuna turns the full force of her scowl upon Horn, who seems to have lost his voice temporarily. He understands, she continues. Thank you for all the root vegetables also. I will see if that will help spread the recovery of those in my care. I fear it will not be enough for the dying man in my care, though.
Ema told me the apothecary was attacked early during the fall of Bir Thor.
I am a warrior of the Ukluth, friend. I am no poet. I do not know this man's name, and none of the others I brought here have seen him before. His eyes do not see me, and his health is fading more rapidly with every hour that passes. He is a dying man, and that is what I call him, though it seem cruel. I fear that nothing changes, he will not live for much longer. Yima told me the apothecary was attacked by the orcs early during the fall of Biator, and they stole many useful poultices and medicines. If you can recover these dried herb bundles from the orcs throughout the high knolls, we might use them to slow his decline. For a time. It looks like she has something else. Oh, Book 11, Chapter 1. I don't want to take that quite yet. I will do one thing, though, real quick. Let me go ahead and check the epic quest. How many chapters are in? Let's see. Quests, epic quests. The allies of the king. Wildermore. Book 10. Volume 3, Book 10, The Snows of Wildermore, has 15 chapters. So we still have a ways to go, because we're in Chapter 10. We'll see now if we can pick up some of those dried herb bundles. Back to Biator. Well, looks like I found a whole bunch of goats. Well, that's good to know. I wonder if these are related to Newsom. There we go. There she is.
The smoke of burning herbs was often used in LOTRO. Will it work here?
These are just what I wanted. Now go to the other chamber and throw these bundles on the fire. I hope the smell of the burning may revive him somewhat. It was a common practice in Lounge. Perhaps his magic will operate here as well. See if he'll actually talk.
Who's there?
Are you
A friend?
the giant? The giant returns! The man struggles violently for a moment before breathing deeply and attaining a measure of calm. I am Leodwig, the son of the Harding, elder of the North March. I came into Wildermore to learn but no use. Separated from my own men, the storm arose. Lost in a gale. Leodwig twists and turns for settling into a calm once more. The giant's name is Nuzum. He brings the snows and the wind. Something he carries, I think. He saw me in the snow near the city. I was lifted in the air. A thunderous blast of hot air, and then... Leodwig shakes and will say no more, but the odor of the burning herbs seemed to have broken him out of his stupor. Well, that's good. I'm glad we found him, too.
He lives, for now, and is the very man we came here to find.
Leodwig, son of the Harding. What would Harding say to know his son was saved by a Dunlending girl, Perhaps it is best not to think of that for now. I can piece together some of his story from what he has said. He was separated from his men when the storm arose, and that must have been Nuzum approaching. He made for the most visible landmark he could find, and it must have been the hill upon which Birtor is built. Ill fortune for Leodwig, for that seems to have been Nuzum's destination. We must do something about Nuzum, but what? He is too strong for us to fight directly. Could we trick him in some way? I will think on it, but I cannot promise a solution will present itself to me. We'll see what Horn has to say.
Everywhere we go, we find rumor of this giant, this Nurzum.
You say that the man known has been trying to heal is the very man with whom we sought. Leodwig, son of the Harding. We found him, but it will be a bittersweet victory if he dies. Everywhere we go, we find rumor of this giant, this Nurzum. But what can we do about him? We cannot engage him in combat, that much is clear. Attacking his feet might prove possible if we could somehow avoid the attacks that were sure to follow. And by all accounts, he brings the storms of winter with him wherever he treads. That will limit visibility and make it difficult to strike him. I have no military mind. Nuzum seems invincible to me, but we will need to destroy him, or Wildermore will not be safe. I do not know what to do.
The old ways are best, it seems.
I am heartened to know that magic of the healers of Launch works even in the lands of the horse lords. The most injured in my charges is named Leodwig, and he is the man with whom you sought. But I wonder they should be one and the same. My father Suvoch would find some meaning in this, but for me I see fortune only. Still, it is a happy fortune if he lives, though that is not yet certain. For as long as the giant lives, the people are in danger. What will we do about Nurzum? Well, let's talk to Gleowine, see what Gleowine has to say.
I am no warrior. I am only an aged musician.
Even Theoden King had no more use for me. But that opened up another interlude.
What am I saying? There is still something I can do.
For the first time you can remember since arriving at Wildermore, Gleowine favors you with a smile. How can I have forgotten my own lessons? When I was instructing Horn in the ways of music, one of the very first things I taught him was that the minstrel's greatest power is that of inspiration. Music lets us shine a light into the darkest corners of our heart and bring it in with hope and good feeling. When Horn was still young, I told him this, for I believed it. And I believe it still. Speak to the survivors of Birtor in this cave and find out what it is they desire. And then, make it happen. Leowyn smiles even more broad this time. Ah, you're the adventurer here. I am sending them hope, that is all. I am sending them you. But I do believe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to call an end to my stream for tonight. So I would like to thank everyone very much for joining me. This was a special stream. I do not know if I will be streaming tomorrow, unfortunately. Tomorrow is a very important day in the life of a young pup. We will see how well he goes through his ordeal, and we will hopefully be on the other side of that. Yeah, take it easy, dude. Hopefully everything goes well with Barkley. Thank you very much, Destiscardo. I do appreciate it. I'm pretty sure everything will be okay with him. But my partner and I are still a little nervous about the whole process, as to be expected. So I will leave you all here. Like I said, tomorrow we will see if I can make it to stream or not. I don't know if I can. It's all going to depend on how well Barkley feels and how much energy I have, of course. But let's go ahead and see who else is streaming Lord of the Rings Online right now. Excuse me. He's not. Don't see the LOTRO stream team on. I usually like to deposit you with the LOTRO stream team. We'll go ahead and head over to Fandramir. He's only been on for about half an hour, and he's currently playing Lord of the Rings Online. So we'll go ahead and head over there for now. So again, I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. Had a wonderful time, and I hope everyone has a good day, and I will see you all very, very soon.
Ooh, I got close to that guy.